Hey, what up, my party people? Ugh, what a bad intro. So I want to just share some experiences I've been having recently with something I've been getting into. If you've been watching in my recent streams, well, okay, I haven't streamed as much as I should be, but you'll know that I've been kind of dabbling in some voice acting shindigs. Now I am an amateur, of course, but I will say it was nice, and it got me off to a pretty quick start having the recording equipment already. As you can probably tell, I don't exactly have a studio set up, so there is a bit of reverb sometimes if I'm talking at louder volumes, which is why right now I'm just talking in very nice, quiet talking level, and also it kind of saves on my vocal cords. But it was really easy to get up and started already having the equipment. If you don't have that kind of advantage, it can be a bit slow starting out. But my experience has been pretty good so far. I've worked with some pretty cool people, and I've done a couple small parts in audiobooks, and I've done a couple. I recorded some stuff for Feedless, being their AI response guy voice, however you want. I'm still trying to figure out how I should quantify that. Am I their AI response voice? Yeah, I'm their automated voice. Anyway, some of it has been paid, some of it not. But as someone who does voice work and that kind of thing from home, it's a very competitive market, and you almost have to work to get work. It's for every 10 auditions you do, and every 20 auditions you do, you might get one part. So it's really a grind, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's something I've been enjoying, and I just want to share that experience with you. So first of all, I'm trying to figure out how I should frame this, how I should structure this little spiel, because I really just want to share with you something from my life, and I think this is a nice little carefree but opportunity to learn and reflect for both of us, and that's what I've been doing a lot recently, is just reflecting. So if you'll just be my therapist for a moment, I'd like to just talk to you. At first, I approached voice acting hoping to do narration. Little did I know that actually narrating books and things is a lot harder than it sounds. You have to be so precise, and the precision needed to get perfectly clean audio, so you don't get like these little pops and clicks and stuff in your mouth that I get a lot, because I don't know, do I have a juicy mouth? Probably. So that didn't really take. I haven't gotten any narration work, but that's okay. I'm starting off with mostly character acting things, and that's also been a learning experience too. Hopefully I'll do some narration down the road, but that's a lot more involved as far as time goes, and I think usually people who hire someone to narrate something either have a lot of money to work with and they want like the best, or someone really, really good, or they expect you to do it. There's not many people who will ask someone to narrate an audiobook for free because they realize how time consuming that is. A lot of people just do it themselves. So narrating in general, not as much work as like doing character stuff. And there's a lot of work out there for character work and for small parts here and there. There's some really great communities online that I've been using. One's Casting Club, another one's voice acting something. There's a lot of voice acting sites out there where you can find work. I guess that my favorite's probably Casting Club. But I jumped into it thinking and treating it like an actual acting role, and so I really tried to dial back things. But what I quickly realized is that a lot of directors and project managers, they do want you to exaggerate a little bit, because especially if it's just an audio book or a radio play, you don't have that visual feedback. You can only hear the audio, so things have to be emphasized even that much more. And so over time, over the last month, I guess I've been doing this for about a month now, but more, I've really been trying to emote better. And as someone If you've been watching my videos for a long time and watched any of my like face to camera stuff, you'll know that I can kind of have a very flat speaking voice. Like I'll just talk like this, and that's something I have to really work on. Is really emoting and getting variation in my voice, going all over the place, and that's something that comes with practice. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. I just sent in a few auditions yesterday. I finished up a role a couple days ago. Mostly unpaid stuff, but that's okay. I'm not sweating it. I'm not pouring my whole life and soul into this. I still prioritize other things. But this is something that I've really been enjoying doing. Yeah. Something else that I have decided to take up recently is narrating a family, I guess a family biography, a family tree book. It was written by my great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather, or was it my great-great-uncle? A few greats back, a man that I'm related to wrote a book about my mother's side of our family and the whole family tree, and coming over from Europe, and then meeting his wife in Colombia, and then hiking through the rainforest and stuff to get back to the U.S. because my mom's side of the family was American. And it's a really interesting story, and my parents have really been on me to read it, and so I can appreciate where I come from. But I really haven't been able to sit down and read with it, not because I haven't had time, just because I kind of lacked the motivation. But I think if I take on this project, and it's a book that wasn't widely published. There were only, I think, a few hundred editions. It was mostly a personal project and something he wanted to share with immediate and relative family. How did I begin this sentence? Because it wasn't widely published, there aren't, audiobooks. I don't think there's an e-book version. So I figured a good way to practice my narration and just practice my cadence and my patterns and my stamina speaking would be to record this as an audiobook. And just, I think it might be public domain, so I think I could just post it online. So that's really exciting. Something I just mentioned a moment ago was stamina, and I learned very quickly that I do not have very good vocal stamina. I'm an introvert, and historically speaking, I have not been much of a talker, not much of a sharer. This YouTube channel has really brought me out of my shell, and that's something I really value. But even after having done YouTube for a while, being able to talk for long periods of time and sustain quality sounding narration, it really strains my voice. I remember the first time I did, I hosted a D&D session as the DM. I didn't realize how much I would be talking. And even at the end of 3 hours, as someone who talks for most of it while you're leading the party, and some of the party members were fairly new, so I had to do a lot of explaining. My voice was just in pain, like my throat hurt for days afterwards, and especially when you strain your voice. So I think I may look into working on my vocal stamina, just properly warming up my voice for things like that, and for narration and things. Interestingly and ironically, I did not warm up my voice before doing this, but this is a bit casual. It's on the casual side. I'm not trying to impress anyone. So, audiobook to come. Been having fun with voice acting. And, of course, YouTube videos will still be delivered as usual. Still kind of... I'm not really sticking to a schedule anymore because I do want to spend a bit more time away from the computer. But, I still want to talk to you guys, and you can always leave me feedback here, or come chat with me on my Discord server. You can also reach me at Twitter, and check out my Facebook page too. It's all in the description down below this video. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for just being a sounding board. If you guys have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. If you're someone who's an aspiring voice actor, or wants to get into it, or has questions about equipment, or where to find resources, contact me. I'm more than happy to chat with you and give you some advice and receive feedback if you have any for me. So until next time, stay chill, stay frosty, and take care, guys.